Welcome back. Continuing off of the set with Sky and Jeyu. Notice now that Unicorn has switched to E-Burst, and this is beneficial. Like, you might think, why would a sort of melee focused suit, why would a front suit want to take E-Burst, right? And it's because, well, while Full Armor Unicorn is a melee focused suit in Form 3, his melee isn't that, how to say, exceptional, like Masters or Gods. Like, he has really, really good mobility and speed and all that, but the actual property of his melee moves isn't quite amazing, right? So being able to take E-Burst and kind of use your mobility to just force your way in, and then flipping out of, you know, them trying to stuff your approach can be really beneficial. That was a very bad burst on me because I could have just laid on the ground, but it's alright. I managed to get the down, so I managed to save myself. Do 5B combo, kind of the first time you've ever seen that. Just do 2B! Oh, it's alright. It happens. Fortunately, Unicorn gets caught on the building, so it's kind of like, can't really do much there. Since the fuel tank's my way, so I'm like, alright, I'm caught between a fucking rock and a hard place right now. Sit on the ground. Probably should have looked at pretty much anybody else in that situation. Probably should have done what I usually do and just fly upwards, but wasn't in a good position either way. I could have bursted, could have done a lot else. Don't know what caused the fuel tanks to explode, but it blew up in Cheridum's face. For once, I'm not the sole focus of Unicorn's ire, but that's a good thing for me. It's not a good thing for our team, because if he's able to just get like very strong beneficial trades, like just dealing 200 damage, like a 292 damage reset combo on my partner and killing him, not good for our team, even though I'm not the one on the receiving end, but it's just how it is. Hi there, buddy. Wow. Worked. I'm like, I'm not gonna burst out of this. Just keep it. No! I had the thing. I had the confirm, and he gave it back to me. So thankfully, I have my burst. I'm just gonna run away. Because now I gotta save my partner. Well, alright. Still dire, not the best circumstances, because, you know, Unicorn's really, really good at this, just relentless offense, like... Oh, I hit the shield bits. Maybe that was good, because I hit the shield bits, but... Partner activates burst, tries to fly away, managed to get the down on Cheridum, so it's safe, but... Full Armor Unicorn funnels, shield funnels, really good. Really good because he sends them out and then he barrel rolls at you, so... Like I said, while Unicorn's melee might not be exceptional, his mobility is. His ability to be really relentlessly aggressive is really strong. But I really should talk about how to play against Cheridum, because he's a suit that kind of really forces you to be cognizant of how to mix up your landings, because you can get away with very sloppy ways of changing things. I shouldn't have bursted there, but I got hit by my partner. Anyways, Cheridum really forces you to be cognizant of how you mix up your landings. You can't just do it sloppily because his projectile doesn't allow you to, right? There's no room for error when the projectile speed is nearly instant. And that's an instance of why E-Burst is good on Unicorn, because he just continues to be like aggressive like this. Like, he hasn't stopped. Foot is still on the pedal is on the floor. And I'm not even in a good position right now because I have to be cognizant of the fact that it's Cheridum. But oh my gosh, that was so risky by XX to just throw out that Garo, because I mean, it's Cheridum. If XX like stands still for a second, it's just like blip. Alright, recording this game again because I sneezed halfway through. Oh, there's my partner. Alright, let's go back here. Good confirm onto Cheridum. Looking pretty positive for us right now. Decent damage on both of them. Shield bits. This is an instance where I'm like, thank God I got hit by Cheridum instead of full-on Unicorn. It only took 125 instead of however else I would have taken. Still doing the wrong combo, but it can't be helped. Boom. If I had done the right combo there, doing 2v sub, probably would have killed him. Probably didn't need to burst there either, but it allowed me to get the punish, so it was probably a good idea. Very good Form 2 into Form 3 transition there. Still managed to at least get the punish with the assist, so that's good. I'm playing aggressively because it's like, I know I'm probably going to get targeted anyways like that. So I'm like, I'd rather just make sure I can die now, so I'll be there for my partner. Probably shouldn't have cut that because it was I think the cannon would have done more damage. Whew. Alright. See that he still has the shield bits on him, so I like fly away, and then they go away, and they're like, alright, time to mash melee, and then both me and my partner were focused on Unicorn at the same time, so that was good. And here's what I mean when you can see the definitive shift, because now it's a whole new character. It's Extreme Versus. Or Leos Mark II, whatever you want to call it. Not a suit that you see a lot, but very strong suit nonetheless. It's Shooting Burst, and its Shooting Burst and XX's Shooting Burst, pretty much uncontested. But I would say that Leos's is more uncontested because he has a really good shooting barrier while he's firing in his burst, because he goes into his burst mode. He's got really good CSA there, that very high speed. And just all around, like a really strong all-rounder suit, but definitely has a lot of very strong projectiles. To play against it, it's kind of like you really have to be aggressive on him while he's not powered up. But now he's in burst, and it's like, I have no idea what to do. I Probably shouldn't have bursted there, but it allowed me to get away at least, but it is what it is. So you can really just use his boost advantage, and instead of trying to melee me, just running around me, just boost dashing, step boomerangs like that. Like, he really can do a lot better than trying to, you know, force my game like that. See, like, just exercising his ability to do the shooting game is a lot better than trying to continuously play the melee game. So that's where it's like, okay, now it's the definitive shift. We have to change how we play. And this is a comp that I think, you know, Cheridum benefits a lot more out of, because the way that Extreme versus Leos 2 plays is much more in line, I feel like, with Cheridum, despite Leos not being like a very melee focused suit. Like, just the pace that he's able to play at kind of suits Cheridum more. Even I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's still, I think it suits it more. Because of how Leos 2 is able to, you know, prolong its life, keep its game going. Because ultimately, what Leos 2 wants to do is it wants to get more of the powered up modes. It's a time powered up, so it wants to get more of those opportunities to be in that powered up state. So it wants to stay alive longer. It wants to, you know, spend its life more frugally. Staying still there to kind of like really help me stay alive. Managed to run out the boost and just constantly evade until I was able to land the kick. And I tried to burst to get the punish, but then it's just like, it did not work out at all. I should have... It started with when I really did bad movement waking up. Like, I shouldn't try to land or like do a boost hop land next to someone who's waking up, because it's just not gonna, it doesn't work out at all. Like, I should walk, I should step, I should just keep with grounded movement instead of doing even like a short hop or anything just like that. Just being in that landing animation when people are waking up is just not good at all. So now I'm like, alright, please get me out of this situation. Good thing I have Vernier sub, manages to cover my landing, but I'm still being hounded. I really should just make distance when I can and hope for a Hail Mary satellite cannon from my partner. But looks like Extreme versus beats him to it with his own pseudo sack cannon. Could have probably killed there. Do manage to get the 2B, but Cheridum is in burst, so a lot more boost efficient movement, and refill on the sniper ammo, and put the shield bits on himself. It's just like, yeah, if Cheridum wants you dead, he can make it happen. He is the professional. That's one of the instances where it's probably in your best interest to try and mash block while you're in hit stun. Something that I admittedly do not do as much as I should, because when it's staggered hits like that, like, there definitely is a gap by which you can mash block and be able to protect yourself. But this kind of pace, this kind of neutral control, you know, again, really beneficial to Cheridum. But again, you know, this is just the pace at which Leos 2 plays, and it's really strong. Being able, for both of them being able to threaten your landings really heavily with this very high velocity CSA, or main in Cheridum's case, you know, it's just very deadly and it's very difficult to deal with. I think this matchup really requires for a lot more aggressive play, and this is probably the instance where it's like I should switch off of E burst and go to F and just try to, you know, really force their team to split apart, to, you know, eat their lunch, so to say. So you can see I pulled off because one, I'm low life, and two, Jeyu knows how to deal with someone spamming kick. Right. But spent all that time. I hit his shooting guard somehow. Maybe it was the... actually, yeah, I think it was the shield bits. Oh, very good. Very good aggressive Cheridum play. Yep, and I'm not looking. I boost the wrong direction. Probably should have boosted forward, but, you know, Leos is there, so not the best idea to move directly towards the enemy like that. Oof, 178. Don't know why that did so much damage, but it did a lot. Like, I've only been hit twice. Why am I almost dead? See, this is what I mean when it's... You gotta be more aggressive, because it's just like... Alright, I've got Leos 2 down to burst range, and he's dead. I mean, he didn't even get to use his burst. Like... And this is kind of how you're supposed to play it. Like, this is the game plan actualized, right? I've switched to F first because, you know, I've recognized, even back then, it's like, gotta be more aggressive against Leos too, and if that requires me, you know, dying first to do, then that's what has to be done. Get a really fortunate spawn there in that case. Cheridum runs back into the Garo, and that's like really it's working out. Like, he had the shield bits up, and because the sub was already out and like in his hitbox, in his hurt box, I think, it just worked out. So just a lot of things going well because I, you know, decided to go, like, it's time to go more aggressive. I saw that, you know, Leos is right next to me in the burst portrait, so, but he's weak. Oh, fucking shield bits come to the rescue. But it's like, oh, yes! He gets stunned by the 2B, so I'm like, do the super. It'll do a lot of damage in the first hit, I'm sure. See what I mean? The game's over quick because of how aggressive I played. And so I'm like, that's how you beat Leos 2. Alright, you can probably tell from the video link that this is the last game. Jeyu has switched to Pt.2. Again, another suit that I think really benefits from the pace of Leos Mark II. And I feel like maybe Jeyu doesn't want to pick Pt.2 with full armor unicorn because of the tendency for Pt.2 to hit his own teammates because of his main and his sub having this explosive radius. So it makes, you know, cutting your partner's combos a lot easier. And I can understand that. But I also feel like Pt.2 has that capacity to step on the gas. Because if someone's not looking at him, he has this really strong, high correction Garo. But right now, I'm just trying to stay back and not be on the receiving end of Leos Mark II's burst. I managed to get away from it, but my partner dies, and I'm like, alright, now I'm desperate. But thankfully I get my burst, and so I'm able to at least confirm that kill. See that he gets the thing on it, but I might have cut him because Cheridum gets out, but I think, or Pt.2 gets out, but I think he probably bursted out. He did. So like, this is definitely still in the winnable position to us because of how low GPO3 is, but GPO3 is just doing a great job at kiting double X right now. And I get taken out, so now it's Leos' turn to go in with S-Burst, that very strong S-Burst. I've got Burst now, so our win condition is up, but unfortunately, you know, it comes at the cost of double X, and he just didn't have the money to spend. Not enough cash. And that's how the set ends. I believe the score was 10-8 in Sky and Jeyu's favor. Very good set. And that'll be all for this video. So thank you for watching.